We're rolling.
You ready for this?
Oh yeah, it's easy.
Freaking cable's in the way. That sucks.
I hear a lot of gripping going on.
Yeah. I'm not balanced, so I'm kind of relying on.
You're scared.
I think I'm on. Are you? No. Man, that was sketch.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're back in the Obsessed Home Theater Lab. We're going to be installing a couple of projector mounts here in the room. One thing that we want to do is begin to compare different projectors. I know Epson has some new projectors that they just launched. They've got the QL and QB series as well. JVC, Sony. We'd love to be able to get them in here and do some side-by-side comparisons. Of course, we're going to be doing speaker comparisons and amplifiers and all different types of things, subwoofers, but we've got to get this room finished. So today on the agenda, we're going to get that projector mount set up and get Rusty's NZ9 from JVC installed. You can see back here, we've got the new rack installed. Absolutely love that. And then also last video, we got all of our acoustic panels installed. So we got a lot of work to do, so let's get to the unboxing. All right, Rusty, you got a lot of parts and components. I see stuff going on back here, stuff on the table. We got your projector here. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you've been up to.
Okay, well, mistakes were made.
Okay, that's the story of our life.
This 1 hour video is now going to take 6 more days, I think.
Okay.
A couple things. So I had ordered some just the common, the more popular Chief projector mounts. I got a universal mount and one that was model or mount hole specific.
Right. For this model.
For this model, okay. Yeah. However, the universal isn't as universal, and to their credit, it's actually not rated for this this projector, and it's not going to fit. But I can show you. Yeah, it's got some hands-on time, and I can kind of show you what I figured out.
Yeah, yeah.
The other mount, the not universal mount, it's not the Elite, it's the standard version. We can use that as a temporary solution just to get everything like lined up and installed, but I'm gonna have to order a new mount. So I think this is a lesson in, don't try to cut corners or save money on some of these things.
Sure, I think we all do that. I mean, I do it personally.
Yeah, the standard universal mount is like $200. The high capacity, the high weight capacity, it's like 250 pounds, but it costs like $500.
So twice as much.
Yeah, real bulky too. So
now I know why you cut the corner.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I ordered the anti-vibration isolation part, and that's back ordered for 2 months.
So it's gonna be a little while. All right.
But we can still do a few things. We can get our pole installed. We can install it with this mount. And get everything ready so that when the parts come in, it'll be like a real quick, well, I shouldn't say that because it'll make it take longer.
Sure.
So do you want me to show you what we got here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, we're just using my NZ9 because it's what I had and it's available. And this is the universal mount from Chief, and this is the Elite universal, so it's got the easier micro adjustments. In order to install this thing, the instructions are complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. It's not going to fit because it's, again, not the right size for this one. But according to JVC, you just take the feet off and use these mounting holes.
All right, so these 4.
There's some extra holes here that the manual does not say that can be used for mounting, so I'm not going to take that chance because I don't want to risk stripping something or breaking it.
Or it falling.
The kit comes with these 4 legs that are the universal legs, and the first step is you got to pop these little inserts out and screw them onto the projector. So you squeeze the tabs, push it together, and then they pop out.
Okay.
I've gotten to be a little better at this because I've had to do it 4 or 5 times now, but it's a little finicky getting it right at first. Find the right screw for your projector, put the screw in there, and then install these. Snug, don't get them too tight, you don't want to strip them. And then you can adjust the height on this. I'm just leaving it at basically like flush with the chamfer.
Okay.
Do that on all 4 corners, and then you just snap these back on. It'll go over, and then you
pinch and pull.
I think it's pinch and pull.
Yep.
And it will kind of click.
Locks in place.
You hear a little click, and the hole will be aligned, and that's locked on. So we'll do that 4 times. Do you want to do the others just to show what it looks like? And couple screws.
So I used to have one of these. It wasn't the Chief mount because I cheaped out 20 years ago when I was building my theater room. And I remember, I think if I'm correct, there's probably a way to lock that. Maybe I don't know if
there's once you snap it back, there's a locking screw so that they can't come off.
Yeah.
So pop that.
So you pinch and then pull them apart to lock it back.
Do those two real quick.
All right.
And then you're about to see where we get to a problem. Oh, well, first problem is we got to screw these in.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that. So in the lab, ideally, we're probably going to upgrade to the NZ900, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But since your theater room is a work in progress right now, I know you've ordered your speakers and you got some stuff. This isn't being in use, so at least we can use it for a couple weeks or so.
Not at the moment. So we can, it'll fill the spot. Now this is where you get to the problem because it's not the right mount for this projector. So then what you would do is you would install this plate on top, and it comes with these thumb screws that you tighten down each of the 4 legs. However, this is not the right size mount for this particular projector, our model, so it's not going to reach all the way. So this is where we get to a point where we're stuck. But I can show you how the rest of it would, like how it would work. And then we'll put the other mount on it, and it's way simpler than this. So then once you have, this is the part that installs to the pole in the ceiling.
Right.
This part mates up here. We would make sure it's unlocked, and it's already unlocked. I just slide it on and make sure I actually capture. And then flip the lever.
Is there a lever?
There's a lever, and that locks this onto the plate.
Got it.
So that way when you're hanging it from the ceiling, this would already be installed on the ceiling, and it'd be a real quick, click it on. But that is basically how the universal mount would operate, just on a different projector.
All right, so here we have the RPM 281 from Chief.
Correct.
So this one actually is made directly specifically for the NZ9. Probably could fit some other JVCs, but you just have to check their website to see what they're compatible with. Correct?
Yeah, this plate mounts directly to this projector. Now, I think the mount still isn't rated for the weight. It's only rated for 50 pounds, not the 55 or whatever it actually is. But we can, I just want to get experience with a lot of different mounts. I'm going to order a few more that we can, get hands-on with.
Yeah.
This one, the assembly is super simple. All we got to do is install these thumb screws. There's 6 of them, and we're not going to even tighten them all the way down. I'm just going to get it started. Here, I'll let you do a couple.
I see we got an arrow here, so I'm assuming that's pointing towards the lens.
That's right. That's the front of the projector.
And then these, you want to make sure that angled part is facing down.
Correct. The cone part down.
Okay. Just get them started.
Then the mount bracket, it just slides on. The keyhole part is in the front. Okay. And then this just slides on like that. I'm going to snug these down a little bit.
Not super tight.
At this point we don't need to tighten them. So that's the whole mount. Then you put that on the projector.
It lines up with these 4 outer screws.
And this is where the feet were.
Right there.
4 screws.
Right there. I'm going to go ahead and get them started with my hand. That way we don't cross-thread them.
Snug these up. Not too much.
So one benefit I can see buying the mount for your projector is you don't have to figure stuff out. With the universals, it's always a pain because there's so many variables, there's so many screws and spacers and washers.
Yeah.
This comes with what you need.
Well, and it's kind of it looks a little clunkier. It looks like we call it a quadrupus, a quadrupus. Not as sleek. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is like the whole projector mount, and then this part's going to be installed on the ceiling.
Right.
And so when you go to hook it on, I can back that off just a little bit more. Then it will be a super simple,
So you lift your projector, slide it on,
push and slide,
and then you can lock these down.
Yeah. But I want to go ahead and show what it's going to look like when we do the rest of the install and do it on the table here.
Yeah, it's easier to see, definitely.
Yeah. So we have the other two parts. We're building kind of from the bottom up instead of the top down.
Right. So you do this in reverse if you're actually installing this.
Yep. We have our pole. It's just it's tapered thread pipe. We're going to put the hole slot at the top. That's important.
So the top of your ceiling or the top of the projector? Okay.
Yep, ceiling. So that's where our power, HDMI, and Ethernet cable are going to come in. I'm just going to kind of loosely install this so we don't get it stuck. Make sure the set screw is out.
Okay, so that's on this back side here, and that's like an Allen wrench?
Yeah,
okay.
Allen screw.
Yep. So
right here. I can show. That's not the right side.
So back that out a little bit before you tighten it down.
And I already had it backed out. And then on the top, we have the part that mounts to the actual joist. And there's no set screw installed right now. Or actually, it's installed, but it's not tightened.
So you're going to put lag bolts through here into some studs and make sure you got a big plate?
That's right. Put 4 lags into the joist.
Okay.
Then we have a set screw there. I'll spin it around.
Now, they gave us 2 of them. Is there any reason?
I think probably one's a security.
Okay.
Yeah, so one's a security that has a little post in the center. I'm just going to use the standard. And I think their little Allen wrench. Tighten that down. So then all that would be left, assuming you got everything installed, is your adjustments. And this is what really sets the projectors apart from one another. So we're kind of mixing installation and operation together.
Sure. I'm going to spin this around if you don't mind. It might be a little bit difficult, but hopefully you guys can see. If not, I'll bring the camera around. Are you able to reach that?
So we have adjustment screws on both sides. So I'm going to do this side first. I'm going to loosen. These are the set. Can you see okay? On opposite sides. And I'm only loosening the outside screws because the center one's the pivot.
Okay.
And then what it allows it to do now is swing back and forth.
Sure.
So when we go to do this in the ceiling, you're going to see that it's very, it can be kind of fussy, that you push too much and then you go too much the other way. And then when you go to lock it down, what can be frustrating is you have it in the exact perfect position and you go to turn the screw and it shifts just a little bit. I don't know. I haven't actually used this exact mount, so who knows. And then same thing on the opposite side, and that would adjust the, actually I just said it wrong,
That's okay.
The opposite direction.
Now we've got a little bit of different setup in the lab because it's a drop ceiling, but most of you probably have, joist in your attic. One thing that I've done in the past to make it easier is you've got a joist here and a joist here. Take some 2x4s and put them in between the joists, and then you can make a whole platform. So no matter where you screw, you're getting into some studs.
Yeah, and we're having to do the same thing here because our, I guess they're not actually, I don't know what you call them, but they're metal beams.
Right.
But we have a wood joist that we installed.
So we're going to be doing the same thing. Perfect.
Yep. That's it. That's the whole projector mount. So at least we can get something operational while we wait for new parts to come in.
So now it's time to install the projector. So we're going to mount to this beam up here. You can see Manny's already got some clamps and a 2x6 because we really need that to be a little bit wider. So Manny, if you put that up there.
We're going to use 3 4-inch lag bolts to kind of go through this piece of wood. So we also have these C-clamps here right now. That's basically to hold this piece of wood to our wood beam here, and I'm going to put 2 lag bolts on each side just so we can secure this piece of wood to the ones on top. So we're adding pilot holes just so we know exactly where to put our lags, and it also makes it easier when we use these guys to drive through both pieces of wood. So ideally you want to use like a nut driver with a pretty good drill, because remember, you're going through 2 pieces of wood.
Yep.
So you kind of get it started there, make sure it goes straight, and then just go for it.
So Mandy's going to go ahead and drill some pilot holes for the bracket right there as well.
What we're doing for the mount, we're adding these little washers, just so you can basically get more contact surface on the bracket here. Last thing we want is for this nut head to go right through the mount. It won't, but this is just for my own peace of mind. I didn't fully drive it through because I really want to tighten this down with like a wrench, like a ratcheting wrench. Didn't really want to use this to fully tighten it down just in case we still need to move it.
So Manny went full beast mode and broke one of the lag bolts.
See, kids, this is why you shouldn't use an impact to like really secure down your bolts. Even though I didn't, I used the wrench after the fact. So when I was making probably my second to last turn, it just
Snap right off. So how are you going to get that out?
So I'm kind of working with what I got. Ideally, I would get like a Dremel, put like a little cut here, and just kind of use sort of like a flathead to kind of like unscrew it out.
Okay.
Second option would be some vice grips. Just kind of crank down on that bolt and kind of spit it. Don't have that either. So hopefully the channel locks will do it. But
So Mandy was successful in getting the lag bolt removed. So we're going to gently put another one in its place and not crank it down too hard. Since the first ones were broke, we're going to use these big, massive lag bolts. All right, let's see, Bryce. Give it a show.
Okay.
Now do some pull-ups.
Oh, wow, this threads hurt. Yep. Yeah, those threads hurt. Those are sharp threads.
So now we just need to thread on the mount to the pole. So Manny's got the bracket installed, got all our lag bolts in, power cable and HDMI cable coming down through the bottom of the bracket. So we're just about ready to go. I think we've got to run an Ethernet cable down.
yep.
And other than that, we'll be ready to mount the projector. We're rolling.
You ready for this?
Oh yeah, it's easy.
I'll go up.
All right.
You can just help me get under it.
And I'll get you stable.
Freaking cable's in the way. That sucks.
I hear a lot of gripping going on.
I'm not balanced, so I'm kind of relying on.
You're scared.
I think I'm on.
Are you?
No.
Man, I hate this mount.
That'll raise your blood pressure right there.
Dude, my arm is like trembling.
Yeah.
The hard part is you're not tall enough,
Yeah.
and you only get one hand because you're leaning
I
sideways.
shouldn't even be stepping on this side.
Man, that was that was a sketch.
All in a day's work.
Power and Ethernet.
Rusty, tell me what you got working on.
Well, I got a new nerd toy. It just showed up. I have actually never had one. This is a Raspberry Pi 5 CanaKit. I bought it so I can control, well, 2 things. HT Web Remote, run the server, and also so I can control the mini DSP remotely. All this is related to controlling all the devices, I guess, but being able to do the A, B, C, D switching speaker comparisons. Our speaker switch didn't work out the way I'd hoped. Again, mistakes were made. It seems to be a theme. Learning from experience.
Yeah.
But using a mini DSP it actually came out way better. But I need a way to control it that's like more user friendly. So that's what I'm working on. So I bought this on Amazon, did next day. I've never done it before, but supposedly it's pretty straightforward. Set up a little Raspberry Pi 5 server and see if we can get this demo operational today.
Yeah, for sure. What does it come with? Take a look
Well,
at it.
supposedly it comes with everything you need. So we got like HDMI, I think that's HDMI. No, that's DVI. HDMI cable. 256 gig SD card, the power adapter. This is the case.
That thing is super small, man.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if this is just an empty case or if it's... Okay, this is an empty case. So there's a little assembly required. And then the actual Raspberry Pi 8 gig. So this is the, the computer. If I can get it open. I just have to cocaine bear it open.
There you go. I don't know what that means.
Have you seen that movie, Cocaine
Oh no,
Bear?
I heard about it.
That is the
I haven't seen it.
I
was like, where is he going with this?
It's an interesting one.
Okay.
You got to check that out. Just a card reader. So I don't know what this is.
For the little SD card, because it's so small.
I guess.
Maybe because you got to copy some files from your computer to that. Maybe.
Yeah, the whole OS.
Okay.
Heat sink and some wires. And the all-important, watch this video before you
exactly, that you'll skip.
mess it all up. Yeah, exactly.
So the good thing, the goal of this is so that we can easily switch between multiple speakers, to be able to sit down and not necessarily know which set of speakers we're listening to, and just go back and forth, whether we're listening to a pair of bookshelf speakers or towers. Could be 2 monitors.
And I tested this all last night, and it works fine. I had to be plugged in by USB, and I want to be able.
Okay.
I tried using the YDG dongle, but that thing's terrible.
Maybe we can get Nick to help us program something.
Well, I think I've got it pretty well figured out. But
can you do it from your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was all functional.
Okay, nice. So we'll be able to control it remotely. Well, sweet. So we've got the projector installed. It looks great. Manny made a cutout in the tile, as you can see right up here, for the pole to come through. Rusty's getting the Raspberry Pi set up so that we can do some fast A/B switching to compare speakers using a custom program from Nick Oldroyd. Each week we continue to make progress on the room, and I'll continue to bring you along for the ride. Hope you guys have an incredible week. God bless, and I will catch you in the next video.